Welcome to the Deep Dive, where we take your reading list and distill it down to the essential insights.
Think of us as your guide to getting smart fast.
Today, we're plunging into a really interesting document you shared, the SAS Abu Road Report 2024-25.
Yeah, this one looks fascinating. It tracks the first year of a collaboration between International STEAM Research, or ISR, and St. Anselm School in Abu Road.
Exactly. We're focusing on their AI-powered STEAM experiential learning program during the 2024-25 academic year.
Right.
And for you, our learner, the goal is, well, pretty straightforward. Unpack what makes this initiative tick, its key parts, the impact it's having.
But without getting bogged down in, overly technical stuff.
Precisely. Keep it quick but thorough.
Okay, so diving in. The report kicks off highlighting something pretty major.
Which is?
The huge shifts happening in the job market. It argues the future belongs to what they call heutagogical learners.
Heutagogical. Okay, what does that mean exactly?
It basically means self-directed learners. People who can, guide their own learning journey and have really adaptable skills.
Adaptable because of?
Because of how fast technology is moving. Think AI, robotics, IoT, VR, AR, 3D printing, all that stuff.
Right. The report really stresses these aren't just concepts anymore. They're actively reshaping industries.
Yeah. They give some pretty solid examples, like AI doing complex legal research now, or robotic surgery becoming more common.
It really makes you think. Drone deliveries, AI music, driverless cars.
Even 3D printed buildings. It's a rapidly changing landscape.
Which leads to that big question about jobs, right? Potential displacement.
Exactly. And that's why the report hammers home the need for those 21st century skills.
The 4 C's.
Yep. Yeah, critical thinking, collaboration, communication, and creativity. They feel less like optional extras now.
And more like essential survival tools.
You got it. And this is where that ISR and St. Anselm's partnership comes in.
With their AI-powered STEAM experiential learning program.
Right. It's positioned as more than just coding. It's this interdisciplinary approach.
Focused on mindful problem solving.
Precisely. Tackling problems thoughtfully from different angles.
And they have a structure for this, the report mentioned, the 7 E's.
Yes, the ISR 7E learning framework. It guides students through stages like encourage, explore, engage.
Experience, explain, evaluate.
And elate. It sounds like a very intentional cycle.
To get students really digging into problems, researching, thinking critically, working together, what's the key value there, do you think?
Well, I think it's that iterative nature. It's not just about finding an answer.
It's about the process.
Yeah, the journey of discovery, constantly refining understanding through, doing things and then thinking about what happened.
That interdisciplinary aspect seems key too. The report used a sustainable energy project as an example.
Oh, that was a great example. It pulled in physics, engineering, environmental science.
Even art and math.
Right. It shows how interconnected things are when you tackle real-world stuff.
And this isn't just ISR's idea in isolation, is it? The report connects it to India's National Education Policy 2020.
It does. The NEP 2020 really emphasizes experiential learning.
Why is that gaining so much traction? This learning by doing.
Well, it's about closing that gap, between just knowing stuff theoretically and actually being able to use that knowledge.
Makes sense. Active engagement, hands-on.
Exactly. Learning that mirrors how you solve problems outside of school.
So how did ISR actually put this into practice at St. Anselm's? The report mentions workshops back in September.
Yeah, pre-implementation workshops. And the numbers were interesting, 29 students, but also 80 teachers.
80 teachers. That's significant buy-in, isn't it?
It really suggests the school was committed. And the focus there was interesting, too, sharpening metacognitive skills.
Thinking about thinking.
Right. Helping students become more aware of how they learn, which makes learning itself better. And maybe more fun, too.
You also mentioned constructivist principles, students actively building knowledge.
And teachers as facilitators guiding that process, not just lecturing.
Then there's the Happy Zone. Intriguing name.
Isn't it? It's ISR's dedicated STEAM lab at the school, described as this vibrant space for hands-on work.
Where theory meets practice. They mentioned invention literacy. What's that?
Good question. It seems to be about more than just understanding tech. It's about having the skills and confidence to actually create new things, new solutions.
So the Happy Zone is like an incubator for that.
That's the idea. The report highlights a few things that make it work. Collaborative learning in small groups.
Working on real problems using inquiry, design thinking.
Exactly. Plus, open-ended exploration freedom to experiment, maybe fail, and learn from it.
And that interdisciplinary integration we talked about.
All woven together.
And the report claims this leads to tangible results. Better academic performance, better real-world prep.
That's the claim. And it makes sense, right? When you actively do something, you understand it more deeply.
It sticks better than just reading about it.
For sure. And it seems ISR's programs offer some flexibility, too, catering to individual talents.
Which is a shift away from just teaching to the test.
Definitely. It's about valuing the learning journey itself, not just the final score.
So beyond academics, what's the bigger aim? The report mentioned it being outcome-based.
Yeah, the goal seems to be developing well-rounded individuals, future-proof, adaptable, lifelong learners.
Who can solve problems thoughtfully.
And are also good citizens. That ethical dimension is there, too.
Okay, let's look at that 7E framework in action during 2024-25. The report suggests it was well received.
Overwhelmingly positive, it seems. Each stage, from sparking interest to celebrating success, got students motivated and engaged.
That hands-on approach seems to really resonate, building those 4 Cs.
And fostering a genuine interest in STEAM, which is crucial.
And there's another framework, the ISR outcome framework.
Right, detailing the specific skills and qualities they're trying to nurture. It's pretty broad.
More than just the 4 Cs.
Oh, yeah. Things like curiosity, compassion, commitment, cultural awareness. Wow.
Okay.
Plus, research skills, resilience, relevance, respect, a mindful approach.
It sounds very holistic.
It really does. And the report says they saw visible enthusiasm, active participation, and real growth in skills and confidence.
How do they ensure quality control? The report mentions ISR's commitment.
It points to meticulously crafted modules aligned with NEP 2020.
And ongoing support.
Yeah, continuous weekly training for the facilitators by ISR's team, plus periodic audits by STEAM experts. Seems quite rigorous.
Having 5-6 facilitators per lab must help too.
Absolutely. That's a good student-to-facilitator ratio, allowing for more individual attention and smoother sessions.
And encouraging facilitators to contribute beyond the lab, maintaining open communication. It sounds like a strong partnership.
It does paint a picture of real collaboration.
The report also brings up a challenge, the lack of trained STEAM facilitators in India.
Right, and it positions ISR as actively working on that, training a large pool themselves.
That's a significant contribution if they're building that capacity.
Definitely. So how did these sessions actually run day to day?
Sounds very inquiry-based, research-focused, experiential, collaborative.
Tackling complex, real-life problems using that 7E framework.
Exactly. Encouraging questions, making it okay to not get it right the first time.
Overcoming that fear of failure is huge in learning.
And facilitators are there to help students connect the dots between subjects, research, and real life, boosting cognitive skills.
Makes sense. So let's talk numbers. Any key performance indicators mentioned?
Yes, for 2024-25, lots of hands-on sessions delivered across all grades, foundation, preparatory, middle, secondary. Pretty consistent numbers.
Okay. What else?
They mentioned virtual sessions called Hutnar, 6 sessions, 32 participants, and they got certifications.
Certifications suggest a certain level of achievement there.
And those participants published 6 research papers together.
Wow, publishing papers at that age. That's impressive. Tangible research output.
Definitely. In terms of scale, nearly 1,000 students, grades 1 and 12, with 6 to 7 facilitators.
That's quite a reach within the school.
The report also lists the specific kits used at different stages.
Ah, the tools. What does that tell us?
It shows a progression. Simple kits for younger kids, then things like drones, humanoid robots, microcontrollers for the older ones.
So age-appropriate tech, increasing in complexity.
Seems like a well-structured pathway using specific resources.
Okay, so beyond the regular sessions, any other initiatives?
Yes, several interesting ones. First is that Hutnar platform again.
Right, the virtual one. What was special about it?
It's described as a global platform for classes 6-9. Discussions, presentations.
Giving them a wider audience.
Yeah, topics like take a break, vulnerability will be your strength, resulted in video presentations, global recognition. Sounds great for confidence.
Absolutely. Building communication skills on a bigger stage.
Then there's Papers, a platform for publishing the research from Hutnar. Getting 6 papers published is quite something.
A really concrete outcome for those students.
And the Da Vinci Soccer Bot Championship sounds like a lot of fun.
Robot soccer. Tell me more.
46 kids from grades 5-8, qualification rounds, workshops on branding and bot building.
So integrating different skills.
Exactly. Culminating in a tournament. Super Strikers from class 7-1 got media attention too.
That's a brilliant way to make STEAM engaging and competitive in a good way.
Then there was FLY Future Leader in U. focused on STEAM in aviation.
Oh, interesting application.
They brought in an aviation expert, Captain Shaji Sebastian, for 200 older students and faculty.
Connecting STEAM directly to a specific career path, that's valuable.
Covered aircraft tech, navigation, meteorology, linking it all back to STEAM.
Crucial for students to see those real-world connections.
The report also highlights ISR's strategic partnerships. Universities, companies like Google, IBM.
Government bodies, international organizations. Quite a network.
What's the benefit of all that?
It brings resources, expertise, credibility, ensures the program stays current and connected to the wider world.
And these benefits flow down to the school, right? St. Anselm's got extra support.
Yeah, things like a football coaching initiative help with UN and UNESCO recognition.
And significant pro bono initiatives mentioned.
It really paints a picture of a deep, supportive partnership beyond just the core program.
Definitely. Now, what about feedback from the ground? Parents.
The report includes some really positive quotes. Parents noticing more engagement, excitement about the Happy Zone.
The buzz from the Soccer Bot Championship.
And just seeing their kids more enthusiastic about learning, more responsible, that's powerful feedback.
It really is. One parent mentioned their kids suddenly being into technology after the Happy Zone. Another loved the unique Soccer Bot experience.
And the students, what did they say?
Similar enthusiasm. They loved specific sessions using augmented reality, like seeing a frog life cycle, playing with machine learning apps using the AR cube, building things like camera doorbells and electric vehicles.
So really concrete, engaging activities.
Yeah, they consistently mentioned understanding things better, being more engaged, and actually enjoying it.
That enjoyment factor is key, isn't it?
Absolutely. Finally, the report has this huge FAQ section. Really useful.
What sort of things does it cover?
Well, it clarifies how experiential learning fits with constructivist ideas, active learning, making meaning.
Practical stuff, too, like can kids join anytime?
Yep, they can join at any stage. And it confirms students have voice and choice through self-directed learning.
Good. And does it make learning meaningful?
That's the goal. Connecting to prior knowledge, reflection, real-world links.
What about resources? Do schools need fancy stuff?
It says local resources can be used, but ISR provides specific kits to keep things realistic and sustainable.
Okay. How does it handle different learning styles in one class?
By allowing for independent reflection and catering to diversity. It's active, but purposeful.
So it's not just random doing.
No, the FAQ stresses the reflection part. Theoretical concepts come from reflecting on the experience.
Got it. Action and reflection.
Exactly. The benefits listed are ownership, pride, faster learning, retaining knowledge longer.
And it works for all levels, any curriculum.
That's what it claims benefits learners at any level, and it's board and curriculum agnostic. The FAQ makes a strong case that pretty much everything is learned better through experience.
And it mentions that 7E framework model again.
Right, but notes the specific method isn't as crucial as the principle of learning by doing.
How does it keep things interesting?
By tapping into student interests and using futuristic tech. It also notes that impact on competencies depends on individual styles and environment.
Fair enough. It differentiates just experiencing something from ISR's approach, too.
Yes, emphasizes the reflection cycle in the ISR model. It's more structured than just having an experience.
Needs planning from the facilitators, then.
Definitely. Connecting learning to real life with support from ISR's R&D team.
So it benefits the facilitator, too, implementing this plan.
Seems so. And it can even help identify learning gaps, acting as a kind of remedial pathway.
The importance of skilled facilitators comes up again.
Yes, linked to that R&D support. And it confirms this approach can work across subjects, not just science.
By linking everything to real-life context.
Crucial for future relevance, beyond just case studies. Textbooks are important, it says, but innovation and real-world connection are vital.
So it's not just any hands-on activity.
No, it needs mind-on engagement, assimilation, not just busy hands.
How do they track progress?
Annually, using something called ISR CRM XP360 rubrics.
Okay. And it contrasts a traditional science lab with the ISR STEAM Lab Happy Zone.
Big time. Science lab. Often single discipline, validating concepts, memorization.
Where is the STEAM Lab?
Integrates disciplines, real-life problems, 21st century skills, design thinking, futuristic tech, sparks curiosity, much broader.
Why do kids like the Happy Zone, according to the FAQ?
Joyful, art-integrated, activity-based, fun, games, collaborative, student-centric, all those positive descriptors.
And what is ISR STEAM experiential learning not?
Good point. Not just coding, not aimless outings, not just expensive toys, not passive video watching.
And it differentiates between a holistic lab and just a robotics lab.
Yes. Robotics lab seen as narrower, focused on technical skills.
Yeah.
The holistic experiential lab is presented as more comprehensive for future readiness, interdisciplinary, 4Cs, diverse methods, broader career prep. Wow, okay. That report covers a lot of ground.
It really does. So the key takeaway for you, our learner, seems to be the transformative potential of this ISR and St. Anselm's partnership.
Yeah, they're actively working to shape a future-ready generation through this AI-powered STEAM experiential learning approach.
It's clearly pushing beyond traditional methods that focus on interdisciplinary learning, getting hands dirty, critical thinking, creativity.
And all those specific programs really bring it to life. The Happy Zone, Hooten-R, Papers, the Soccerbot Championship, the FLY program.
They add up to create a really rich environment.
And hearing that positive feedback from parents and students directly, that really speaks volumes about the value and engagement.
It really does ground the whole initiative.
So here's something to leave you with. Considering this relentless pace of tech change we keep talking about, what fundamental shifts do you think are most critical in education now to really prepare the next generation for a future that's, well, pretty unpredictable?
That's a big question. Definitely something to mull over.